Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think we just won. The thing we've been begging for years and have heard so many rumors about over the past couple of months, whether they're true or fake, I think they've just been confirmed because we may be getting Daredevil in the MCU, not just the character making his return, but him getting his own project developed by Marvel Studios. Again, this is something we've been rumored for the longest time, especially over the past couple of weeks. I've seen a lot of rumors about a Daredevil series in development at Marvel Studios. But up until this point, it has just been rumors, and of course, take it with a grain of salt. So we never know, if it was an actual thing. But now we actually have proof that this is happening because, first of all, a couple days ago, an actual writer from Marvel said that he heard that a Daredevil series was in development. So there's that. But now, Daniel RPK, who of course by this point you probably know by now, is super duper reliable source, always gives us the heads up on trailers when they're releasing. I don't even remember the last time when he's gotten something wrong, but he just dropped a casting grid for Daredevil. Now, if you don't know what a casting grid is, it's something that a lot of TV shows and movies do, where it's basically, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's basically a grid with, the characters and descriptions for an upcoming project. And of course, because this Daredevil series is most likely very, very early in the stages of development, Daniel RPK, in this photo he dropped on Twitter, it was Twitter, it is the casting grid for Daredevil, and it doesn't say much on it, but it says Daredevil Studio, Marvel Studios, which right there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the thing we've been waiting for. And again, I honestly do think this is legit. Now, obviously, it's not confirmed by Disney and Marvel or anything, so consider it a rumor for now. But I think this is legit because it can't be a coincidence that we've heard this much about this over the past couple of months, and specifically the last couple of weeks and last couple of days, that this cannot not be true because it has to be a thing. For example, first of all, spoiler warning for Eternals, which I haven't even seen yet, but I've already been spoiled for it. But the post-credit scene, of course, featured Harry Styles as Arrows, aka Star Fox. And that was something that was heavily rumored and reported on even a whole year in advance. So the fact that now this Daredevil thing is also being reported to the level of Star Fox, and even more than that, I think, like I said, there's no way this cannot be true. And I really hope that it is true because this is what I want. I want Daredevil back in the MCU or just in the MCU in general, and to get his own project. And whether that's a continuation of his Netflix series or a complete reboot, as long as they get Charlie Cox back and at least most of the original cast, I'll be happy with it. I think this is great. And just, it makes so much sense too if, again, all these rumors are true because we've heard so many rumors about Daredevil appearing in so many Phase 4 projects. Supposedly, he's going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home. Then he's going to be in Hawkeye. Then he's going to be in the She-Hulk series. Then there's rumors he's going to pop up in the Echo series, which was just announced at the Disney Plus Day. So, Daredevil's future in the MCU is bright, and I'm so excited for this. There's so many possibilities, and it just gets me so excited because the cast of this show was amazing. Both Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio are perfect for these roles, and both have been rumored to return to the MCU. Literally, just a couple minutes ago from recording this video, Vincent D'Onofrio was just talking about how he would love to cross over with Spider-Man. That's another thing I'd love to see. Of course, there are rumors and actual leaked photos of Charlie Cox in Spider-Man No Way Home talking to Tom Holland's Peter Parker. I would love to see a full team-up movie of Daredevil and Spider-Man versus Kingpin. That would be awesome. Or even if it's just Spider-Man versus Kingpin, that's a classic thing as well. And there's just so many possibilities with this, so much fun stuff we could see. I did a video probably a month or two ago about a rumor of supposedly a Daredevil reboot in the works for the MCU with the return of Wilson Bethel as Bullseye from the Netflix series. And that's another thing I'd love to see because, they were really kind of just getting into that character at the end of Daredevil Season 3, so you could really bring him to the forefront here, flesh out that character even more, even though his story was already great in Season 3, but have him fully become Bullseye in this series. And, of course, like I said, the connections to Echo, which, of course, is a character being introduced in the Hawkeye Disney Plus series at the Disney Plus Day. It was announced she's getting her own spin-off, and both Kingpin and Daredevil are so connected to their stories. So, guys, there's just so much evidence at this point for this to not be true, especially now that we have an actual casting grid, which sure could totally be made up and photoshopped or whatever, but the fact that Daniel RPK with his track record is dropping this, it just can't be true. I mean, it's not April Fool's Day, it's literally November, so I think it's happening, and I hope it is, because this would just be an absolute dream come true. And the only question is, though, if we do get a Daredevil series in the MCU, where would it go? Would it be on Disney Plus? I think that's the obvious situation, but would they be able to do that and still have that level of maturity? Honestly, I think they could, just seeing like based off that teaser for Moon Knight on Disney Plus Day, like you could see Disney and Marvel starting to tap into the darker side of the MCU, and they could totally do that with Daredevil, similar to something like Venom Let There Be Carnage, where it's still PG-13, but they're really pushing the envelope of just about to cross the line but don't quite cross it, so you can really get that full level without actually going into R-rated territory, which I think would make a lot of fans happy. And guys, this is just such a great idea. I really hope this happens, and again, it's looking like it is. I'm so happy about this. I love Daredevil. I love the Daredevil series on Netflix. And again, whether it's continuing the continuity or rebooting it, as long as they bring back at least most of the cast, of course, especially Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, I will be happy. And there's so many possibilities with this, not only with his own series, but popping up in other projects, like I said, with No Way Home, with Hawkeye, Echo, She-Hulk. So many possibilities for this. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this news that we now have a casting grid and just this pile of evidence that Daredevil is coming to the MCU, popping up in all these different characters' projects, and then getting his own series developed by Marvel Studios, possibly for Disney Plus. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I know I already said that, but I just said it again. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I keep up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.